Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris here again with a review. I got three guys for you today, and got one from back in '87, one from '96, and then one from last weekend. Um, so I got three guys for you tonight. First off, I'm gonna start with one that I went and got him from my grandma's. I've had this figure forever, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a review of him when I haven't seen a lot of reviews for this guy. So I hope you guys like it, and this is Generation 2 Deluxe Megatron from 1996. It's back when they started changing them over. Um, my understanding is they had a problem with Megatron being a looter, so they turned him into a tank. And this is the deluxe version of that. He does make noise. Mine's batteries are dead, so he will not fire and make firing noise. I think he says I am Megatron or something. But look there, he's got the big stick and eat this Autobots on the side. He's got random Autobot decals on him. Not Autobot, I mean Decepticon decals. Whoopsie. And as far as everything else, the only gripe I have about this guy is actually in robot mode trying to get his head out. Mine's actually got a stress fracture in it, so he's going to either be in tank mode or in robot mode for a while because I'm afraid I'm going to break him. So he came with I think like 5 missiles, and he came with supposed to be another gun, but I never got one with him. So he's missing a little sidearm, and his old missiles were gone because I had this guy when I was I think 5 or 6 when he came out. So I don't have all his parts, and pretty much. So I'm gonna get this guy into robot mode and show what he's like in robot mode. He's actually really easy. This is back before they started making them really hard and complicated for some of them. Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Bumblebee. I think you know what I'm talking about, guys. I hope so. If not, I'll be doing a review on that probably next week. Anyway, so here is pretty much you flip his little arm pieces down, turn these around, there you got his hands. Now you're going to snap them, let these come down, these little hatches, open them up, pop these little side bits down and lock them in. He's got a little bit of articulation in the legs there. And you're going to take these hatches, fold these back, and he's got a little bit of articulation when the doors are closed. You're going to pop these feet down, and pop it down, connect his waist to this tab in there, slide the big stick over. You see what I did there? No ladies love it. And I do not recommend doing this with a knife, but this has no edge, and this is as complicated as this is to get out. So we're going to just take it as a little hole there. Just going to pop up, revealing his head. Get in there with your hand now. Bring that up. I think this thing was supposed to originally be spring-loaded when you moved the cannon over. So I don't know if the springs in mine broke. But there is Megatron. And he's actually pretty tall. I'm going to see if I can say that. Bring this back. He's probably says about a foot tall, foot and a half tall. And pretty much this guy he's one of my favorites, and he's pretty cool. And there's been a few I've seen knockoffs of him where I got this next guy. I actually talked to a friend of mine about it who owns a toy store up in Olean, New York. His name's Scott, and he owns Trolley Town hobbies up there. If you're into trains and stuff, models, go check him out. He's a good guy. He's going to be moving his shop soon, so when that gets done, we'll do a plug for that. So there's my senseless plug for the evening. Alright, we're going to move him over to the side because he's about done. We'll make some more comments on him. I'm now going to bring you guys to a figure that I had wanted for a long time. And I'd seen this guy when I was, I think, 5 or 6, and I'm a big Optimus Prime fan. And I answered that in the last video, but I will go into a video why I like Optimus Prime so much. There's a lot of reasons behind it. And I consider this guy Optimus Prime. You know, he's not exactly just Optimus Prime. This is the other mold for him. I think if you guys know what I'm talking about. This is G1 Ultra Magnus / the White Optimus Prime. Mine is a little bit loose. I got him for $10 again from where I was talking about Trolley Town. And it's funny, my friend Corey, who's Sports3 on YouTube, actually passed this guy up, and I thought it was I think like 2 weeks before. So I ended up getting this guy for $10, and I just seen him on a whim. Well, I picked him up, and I actually ended up getting onto, I believe it was tfsource.com, and got the BTS Optimus Prime restoration kit, and you got a jetpack, 200 gun axes, a pair of hands, and a gun. So he actually does carry Optimus Prime for weapons, and for 26 bucks, that was actually, it was worth it. I actually painted the hands. One of the hands busted off because they're kind of like the vinyl poly hands. They're not really the greatest, but I have them stored in this guy, and with that said, I got a Matrix Leader ship and a little holder for it. So maybe I'll bust that out here sometime. But I got his hands up in the, inside his cab, like you used to be able to store it. I will do a review on my Ultra Magnus when I get all of his parts, because I'm still missing a few. I think I'm missing like 4 pieces. So I will be doing one of him at some point. But as most of you guys know, this is essentially just G1 Prime painted white Ultra Magnus. So transforming him really easy. It's, I kid you not, probably a small child could do this. Bring his legs down, pop his feet up. He is partially metal, so he's got a nice weight to him. So there's, see that mine still got some of the stickers on there. He does have rubber tires, so I have the original rubber tired version. Pop these guys out here to the side, bring these out, and we're going to open up his cab, and we're going to get out his hands. So those just kind of pop in there. Sorry, mine look kind of spotty because I painted them and I had to paint them quickly. So, we're going to take this, fold that up, there's his head, and there is Ultra Magnus / Optimus Prime in the white version. And I'm going to just simply plug that in there, and now he has a gun. Showing off his little gun. But, yep, that is him, and got some chrome pieces. He's a nice piece. Got him for 10 bucks. I got to do some more fixing on him. I got to fix this smokestack over here. Just do some other minor touch-ups on, and then when I get the rest of the parts for his trailer, I'll do not the movie armored version of Ultra Magnus, but essentially to me this guy is Optimus Prime. So we're gonna move him over to the side, and I have no gripes with this guy. He's one of my favorite figures. The only thing I wish I need to work on is getting his joints repaired and getting so they're a little bit more stiff. So he's gonna go over here, and for the last bit. Here is Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime. I had to go get a haircut Saturday, so I figured I'd have a little bit of a wait because it was kind of a line. So I ended up picking this guy up on a whim. I will say I'm gonna get into the whole topic of why I like Optimus Prime so much here in probably another video. So this guy right here, just kind of picked him up on a whim, and only real things I don't like about this guy are in his truck mode. I wish they would have went back to going to the square cab, considering the series is called Transformers Prime. It'd be kind of cool to have seen him back as a square cab Mac. And the other thing I don't really like is his storage compartments here in the back, his sword, and then I don't like this open bit here. They could have done something to cover that, like maybe give him a shield. He can put it in one of his hands when he has the sword. Something like that. I'm not a big fan of this weapon because it does light up and it's ratcheted and you can't lock it. At least I haven't found a way to lock it in. If someone has a way to lock it, let me know, because then it locks on his arm when it's bent right. But I'm not a big fan of it. Don't know what's going on in the background. Okay, well, it's D. Schneider and the Black Veil Brides doing I Wanna Rock. Whatever. So we're going to take these off. There's the light there. And there he is, and there's his underside. Again, you can see he's a robot underneath if you look underneath. Simply with him, he's got to take these legs down, bring these 2 flaps back to form parts of his legs. His feet are actually tucked up in here, and they make, when I didn't plug that in, they actually do make something that could be the trailer hitch, which it would be kind of cool to see a trailer for this guy. Bring these feet out, bring them down, then I'm going to take the bolts here, and I'm going to put these down here. They just plug into the side. There's a little latch right up there for them to plug in. There's the plug. I like to bring these, just kind of bend them down to get them out of the way for right now, because it's about to get a little complicated. You're going to bring those down, and we're going to take his arm pieces here and just kind of pop them out. I kind of got to be a little bit, I'm not rough, I'm a little rough with some of these. We're going to take these out and reveal his arms. And then you're going to fold these little side pieces up and push his mirrors back, like so. Reveal that, push that up. We got his arms there. We're going to bring these back, fold them, bring them up. These little parts right here, bring them, flip this around, bring it up. There's his back. And you're going to take this, there's his head, bring his head up. And bring this chest piece up here. Plug that in, bring these around, fold these little wee things out. I don't know why they had to really do that. I think it's kind of a pointless thing to put there. Bring these down, fold them in, fold his arms out, bring these hands down, just simply fold out, turn them around, and there you go. Optimus Prime from Transformers Prime. Put that up there so you can see it. Now, when you put this guy in the light, he does look pretty cool. Everything glows because I have a lamp over here in my backlight. I can't really show it, but here is his gun. Where is his set? Prime off to the side there, right there. This is. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, the gun lights up and everything. I'm not really a big fan of these kind of the Mech Tech X weapons. I wasn't a big fan of them when the Mech Techs came out, to be honest. I thought they were kind of pointless. Just give them normal weapons. It does light up. It is going to give it a little bit of a cool touch. And these plug in. There are 2 holes on his arms, as you can see. I like to plug mine in this arm because the other arm, it looks weird. And it comes with a sword, and the sword's meant to go in the other hand, but I like putting it in this hand. There's a sword. And pretty much, you bring that back, and you get the bend in the arm there, and there you go. And this chest piece is another problem I have, is it doesn't want to tab in right. I don't know if it's just with mine, the way I'm transforming him, but here he is in the long run. He has a solid figure. I wish they would give this guy some different weapons, change him up a little bit, kind of do something different with him. But I imagine this is just the kind of Voyager class version, so I don't know much about the Prime series. I haven't really watched it or paid much attention to it. Just really haven't kind of seen my thing. So, but here he is, and I'm gonna give you a little view of them all the way around. It's kind of an interesting figure. I think the art style is kind of cool, but he's just got a little bit more problems than I would like, and I like most Primes, and I'm not saying this isn't a bad figure. I'm just not a big fan of the weapons and some of his design elements. But other than that, he's fully articulated. He's got quite a few points of movement. This is a general all figure, so just kind of recapping it here real quick. G2 Megatron, only real downside about this guy is the head mechanism. Other than that, pretty awesome looking figure. Pretty cool, easy to transform, easy to pick up, and just kind of mess around with. Optimus Prime / Ultra Magnus G1. Again, if you can find this guy for even loose, the figure's just sweet to have, and if you've always wanted to get a Prime, this is a good one to get your hands on. I have the painted face version for that, and his alternate head, which is Ultra Magnus' head, is the painted face version. That one's pretty sweet. And then lastly, we have Optimus Prime Voyager class from Transformers Prime. So once again, guys, it is Chris Kamikaze here. And there is music going on in the background, but there is a background track in this. These are from my friends Ghost Sequence from Buffalo, New York. They are a bunch of good dudes, and they make some pretty awesome kind of I guess industrial kind of sounding music. If you're into like industrial and technical stuff, check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/GhostSequence, fan page. Just check them out, listen to them, tell them what you think. They're all open-minded guys, they're all pretty sweet dudes. So, this is for them, and thank you guys very much for watching, and once again, this is Chris Kamikaze signing out. Peace out, guys.